Hello there, my name is Murray. I'm with my co-host Corey, and we are the Real Guys. This is Siren Radio, and this is The Real Show with two E's. The music you just heard was Mr. Blue Sky by the Electric Light Orchestra in 1977. What was that year like, Corey?
You know what? Very good. Very good. Very good. You're
Pretty
saying
good.
that song played everywhere. Everywhere.
It did. You couldn't get away from it, could you? Like a
Yeah,
bad, like
exactly.
a bad rash.
Followed you everywhere you went.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a packed show for you today for our special broadcast. As always, I'm accompanied by my co-host Corey. How are you doing today, Corey?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good. We're facing unprecedented circumstance on this show as we're bringing you a new sort of special variant, perhaps, of the show's format.
Yeah, that's fair enough to say.
Yeah. And with the new release of WandaVision on Disney Plus, January 15th, we've decided to honor the release of a new show from the Marvel Cinematic Universe by doing a Marvel Avengers tier list. Now, what is a tier list for the people at home, Corey, for the listener?
So, tier list is essentially a ranking system. So normally there's 5 tiers, and whatever you're ranking, it's like a bookshelf, right? So there's the heights on the bookshelf, and you go, oh, you know what? This book's my favorite. That goes on the top shelf. Or if I don't like this book, that goes on the bottom shelf. So it's essentially what it is, in the
Right,
basic way possible.
But we're going to do it with characters, aren't we? Across the
Yeah.
Marvel Avengers films. So that's counting the first Avengers Assemble, or Avengers in the US. Then
Yeah.
we're going to count his sequel, Avengers: Age of Ultron. We're going to count. Are we counting Captain America: Civil War? Or are we sort of leaving it?
I mean, everyone's kind of in that anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna count Civil War. We're counting Civil War, and obviously we're gonna count Infinity War, and we're gonna
Yes.
count Endgame. They're the big ones. So, do you think we should kick this one off?
Yeah.
Great. Let's start going. Well, let's actually familiarize the listener with our rating system, our very unique rating system that will divide these characters into their five separate categories. Now, the best one you can be in is Real-tacular. How good is Real-tacular, Corey?
It's the best.
It's the best. There's no better than Real-tacular. There's no better.
No, it can't beat it.
No, can't beat it. Everyone wants to be in Real-tacular, but only a few can be in Real-tacular. Next, we've got Sizzling. How good is Sizzling?
Sizzling is, well, it's self-explanatory, really, isn't it? Sizzling.
Yeah. You're Sizzling. You're second best. You're Sizzling. Then
Everyone
you're
loves a bit of sizzling.
You're decent. You're all right. You're middle of the road. Pretty decent. Nothing too unique. Nothing too generic. You're decent. Or just that's EH for the listeners at home. Is how you say that phonetically. It's just, you're okay. Not a bit too not to our tastes. And then Itchy and Lumpy is just the worst.
Yeah, it's awful.
Itchy and Lumpy, you're horrible, No one wants to be itchy or lumpy.
Yeah, we don't want you here.
No, we don't want you here if you're itchy or lumpy. Or you come from the 1978 Holiday Special.
Yes.
We don't want you with that. If they're itchy and lumpy. We don't want them either. But we're sort of proceeding in alphabetical order, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, let's start off. Who's the first on the Avengers ranking?
First one is Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. Scott Lang.
Yes.
Paul Rudd from his own
Paul
film.
Rudd.
Well, should we count them if they have their own film? Would that give them a point? Because he's definitely not itchy and lumpy.
No, I would say he's at least above decent.
He's above decent. Honestly.
Well, decent or above anyway.
I'd say he's probably top decent.
Yeah.
I'd say he's top decent. Do you have any opinions on?
I think that's fair. It's either top decent or bottom sizzling. But I think
top decent. Top decent. Put him in top decent.
There we go.
Next up, we have who is that? I'm looking at that image and it's
that's the ancient one.
The ancient one from Doctor Strange, Tilda Swinton.
Yes.
From she had a bit of a cameo in Endgame, didn't she?
Yeah.
Had a cameo in Endgame. I'm not really feeling it, to be honest.
No, my.
Itchy and
I think
yeah, put her in
Put in
Now, the king has arrived. Wakanda forever. Wakanda Forever. It's Black Panther. He's got to. There's only one place to put him.
I'm going it yet already. There we go.
Real tacular.
Right at the top.
Chadwick Boseman, the performance of his career. Black Panther. T'Challa, another black icon for Chadwick Boseman, is Wakanda Forever. My king. He's got to go in real tacular.
He's at the top. He's at the top.
At the top. Right now we have ScarJo, Scarlett Johansson.
Black Widow.
We'll give her fair dues. I think she showed up in Iron Man 2.
Yep.
But she got a sort of a swan song in Avengers and Age of Ultron.
Yep.
Civil War, she did very well. She didn't make it in Endgame. Her and Hawkeye were fighting to sort of commit suicide, I suppose.
Yeah.
And that's the best way I can put it. But she went off the edge and she took the sacrifice for the Soul Stone. I'd say, I think real tacular is a coveted position, don't you think?
I think she's above Ant-Man. I'm saying sizzling probably.
Yeah, she's sizzling. She's definitely sizzling. Do you know what I mean, Corey?
I mean that's one thing to call her. You are correct.
Definitely sizzling. Don't worry, she'd probably kick my teeth to the back of my throat if I said that. Anyway, coming up next, coming through the B's, we've got Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. Sebastian Stan. Now he's getting his own show, isn't he?
He is.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
You know what? I'm quite a big Winter Soldier fan, I think.
You're a big Winter Soldier fan. Are you gonna push? You know what? I think he's a solid sizzling. He is a solid sizzling.
He is. I think he's
He's definitely a solid sizzling.
He's got to be. You know what? I'm gonna pop him.
Pop him in top sizzling.
Pop him, bang.
Bang, there he goes. Now, we're coming into the C's here, the captains. There are a couple of captains.
There's a couple of captains.
The first captain we've got is Captain America himself. Steve Rogers, Chris Evans with his shield, throws his mighty shield. He's Captain America, throws his mighty shield. He's ready to take on the Red Skull and Hydra and whoever else he's fighting. Baron Zemo, I suppose. So where is Cap? Cap is.
I mean, he can't. Right. This is the thing. Part of me is thinking he kind of has to be in real tacular. However, no, he has to be, don't he?
Yeah, he's Captain America. He was Captain America. He's one of the two founding fathers of the MCU.
Yeah,
he's got to go in real tacular.
He's going in real tacular.
Right, now we've got the second captain, Captain
Marvel. Not as good as Captain America.
No, probably not. You know what I'd say? Solid film. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the Captain Marvel for all it's got. I enjoyed the Captain Marvel film, and I think her inclusion in Endgame was necessary. And I hope to see more of her in the universe. I hope Brie Larson doesn't just do those two things. Yeah, she was great in Scott Pilgrim and great in Unicorn Store, as I'd mentioned. So she deserves more from Captain Marvel. And I'd say until we see more, I put her in decent.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Until we see more, put her top decent though. She's definitely
okay. Oh, there we go.
Put her in top decent.
Boom.
Bang. Now, who have we got next?
Good old Agent Coulson.
Phil Coulson, Clark Gregg. He's got his own TV show. Does that count for something?
I mean, I haven't seen it, so I can't comment.
I've only seen like the first two seasons. I think it's got some. I think he becomes Ghost Rider, and he becomes like Venom, and loads of sort of characters like that. And I think he's got sticking power definitely. Yeah. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has concluded, and he was in the first Avengers, but he also showed up in Thor and like Iron Man 2 and stuff like that. I dare to put him at the bottom of sizzling. You know what?
Really?
I'm a fan. No, I'm a fan of Clark Gregg and I'm a fan of Agent Coulson. And I think they need more. S.H.I.E.L.D. definitely needs more sort of representation. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was supposed to be that show. Yeah. It was the show that shows, the little guy, like the grunts. Like, people are saying like they want a show about the red shirts in Star Trek. Yeah. Or, that sort of thing. About the people who are, behind the scenes. I think that's what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was supposed to be. And it did sort of branch off in the later seasons, I've heard. But I think Agent Coulson is a solid character. And he does die. He gets killed by Loki in Avengers. Spoilers. Yeah. But then he comes back for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. they have like this whole thing of how it was brought back. It's supposed to do with like the Kree or these aliens and stuff like that, bringing people back to life. So I think Agent Coulson, you know, if you won't allow bottom sizzling, then he's definitely sort of mid decent.
I'll take. Yeah,
Decent.
Yeah.
Decent, yeah, decent.
Yeah, I'll pop him in the middle. There we go.
Right. Now here's a favourite of yours, I see, on the list.
Yes, very big favourite of mine.
Into the D's now.
Yes.
We've got Doctor Strange.
Good old Doctor Strange.
Good old Doctor Strange himself, Stephen Strange. Of course, he gets a mention in. He gets a mention in. Is it Captain America 2? I think.
Yeah.
There's that guy that's like, oh, we're gonna make this program. It's gonna kill loads of people. It's gonna kill like Stephen Strange, and everyone in the theater, lights up. So, so where would you think we could put Doctor Stephen Strange himself?
I mean, I'm looking at all these people already down there, and I'm thinking, right, but he's better than the Agent one. So
yeah.
He's not in there. He's better than Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Better than Coulson.
Yeah.
Better than Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm saying he's around the sizzling area.
Right. Well. Bum Bum Candy Pants plays him quite well.
Yeah.
So
correct.
I think there is definitely to speak for his portrayal. We're not talking about the actors very much. I think Benadryl Cumberbatch plays him quite well and quite astutely and quite intelligently, which of such deserves him. And he's going to get a sequel as well. He's going to get Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So I think Battlefield Counter-Strike can definitely get sizzling, if not real-tacular.
Oh.
Are you going to argue for broom handle cabinet latch?
You know what? I'll make a deal. If we put him bottom real-tacular, I will then let you put someone else.
Oh, you're going to strike a deal with me?
If we disagree,
right?
You get a call to go. You know what? He's going this position, and I will not argue.
Okay. I get the call. I get a privileged call. Then do I?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'll allow you to go. Okay. To bottom real-tacular.
Bottom real-tacular for
Benefit Cosmetics as Doctor Strange.
Good old Beedrill Kakuna.
Yeah. He does. He gets bottom real-tacular. Next, we have Dave Bautista himself, the Animal Batista. He gets Drax the Destroyer from Guardians of the Galaxy. He's moving so slow you can't even see him.
I think he's my favorite Guardian.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think he's okay. I don't think he's my favorite Guardian. I think he's good. He's funny for a couple of jokes. He doesn't get too tiring. Of course, I love Batista in anything I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
And he's really made Drax his own. So, and he's straight out of the comics as well. Batista just looks like Drax anyway.
Yeah, he does.
So even when he's all make-upped up, it looks exactly like Drax. He's straight out of the comics.
Yeah.
I think Sizzling definitely deserves Drax the Destroyer.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Solid Sizzling.
Solid Sizzling.
Yeah. Not better than Black Widow, though, I'd say.
No, not yet.
Good solid Sizzling. Now we have the Falcon himself.
Yes.
Anthony Mackie as the Falcon. Again, getting his own show with Bucky Barnes. But do you think... Now, there are a lot of big hitters so far. Captain America, Bucky Barnes, Drax, Black Panther. How does the Falcon match up?
I would say he's on a similar level to Bucky, probably.
Right, okay.
But not as high up. Yeah.
I'd say, for me, he's no better than top decent.
Really?
Yeah, I think we haven't seen enough of him, to be very honest.
True.
We've seen him he was in Avengers 2 for like 5 minutes.
He's in the second one. He's in Civil War.
He's in a lot of Civil War, and they do build on his relationship with Bucky and with Cap.
Yeah.
And Captain America 2 is quite shining. I'd say he's either top decent or bottom sizzling.
Oh.
You're gonna go. What are you gonna go for? I'll let you have the choice on this one.
Bottom
sizzling.
I'll go bottom sizzle.
Right. Okay. Bottom sizzling.
Bottom sizzling.
Gamora.
Yes.
Zoe Saldana, a lot of development over Infinity War and Endgame, being Thanos' daughter.
Yeah.
What would you say to putting her in decent?
You know what? I wouldn't disagree with that.
As a character, she can be quite stilted sometimes, and I
Yeah.
don't think she's shown enough emotion. Not that I want emotion from my characters sometimes. Sometimes if they're just a cold-blooded assassin, they don't
Yeah.
really need the emotion. We'll get someone else down the list will fulfill that, but
Yeah.
I think from the character, she is sort of her heart, and it's sort of her relationship with Star-Lord, and I think we probably need to see a bit much of that. We saw a bit of that in Guardians 2.
Yes.
If we're talking strictly Avengers films, she is sort of she's a focal point of Avengers Infinity War, isn't she?
Yeah.
I'd say she's top decent.
I would agree with top decent.
Right, okay, top decent is. Are we being too forgiving, do you think?
Yeah, we're doing fine.
Are we being too nice? No, I think it's stacking up well.
Yeah, we're doing fine. We're just fine.
Right, Groot.
Groot.
Eh.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry, a giant big CGI talking tree voiced by Vin Diesel. I know that people love Groot, and Baby Groot was a big trend back in the day. But I mean, back in the day of what, like 2016?
Oh man, Jesus.
Yeah. Back in the day of 2016, Baby Groot was a big thing. But actual Groot, we haven't seen enough of. Actual Groot, we've had one film with
Yeah.
before he was reduced to a twig. And I want to see more actual Groot because that's what everyone in the comics loves. We don't have Baby Groot in the comics. I mean, I should probably shut up about the comics, but I think we need more legitimate actual Groot. We have Baby Groot. Obviously he's growing up now. He's like teenager
He's
Groot.
a teenager now, yeah.
Yeah, but I want to see full adult Groot again. How long until full adult Groot? Where he can do
Okay.
like cool things where he can like stretch out his arm to become like a big whip and like
Yeah.
take out 5 Chitauri dudes or whatever he was doing. So until then, he's air for me.
Okay. You know what? I'll let you get the flack for that.
Okay, sure thing. I hate Groot. Come at me. At me, haters. I don't like Groot. Right. Hawkeye. Clint Barton.
Go, Clint.
Where would you? You know what? You're a Hawkeye fan, aren't you?
I feel like in the is it 7 Avengers? I think it's 7. I feel like he's underrated.
Right. Well, he is. He's just the guy that shoots arrows, isn't he?
Well, that's what everyone sees him as. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, he got some development in Age of Ultron. The man has a family. The man
Exactly.
has.
He's a family man.
Right. And you think that he sort of? And you think?
Are
Where
we
do you think he's going?
Are we taking Ronan into consideration? Because it is also technically Hawkeye, same guy.
What, Ronan the Accuser? Oh no, Ronan like the cat. Ronan like his persona as
Yes.
the samurai sword
Yes,
guy.
yes, as in like Endgame. Yeah.
Ronin, not Ronan.
Yes, Ronin.
Ronin, right. So we're taking Ronin into consideration. And yes, sure it is, because it's the same guy. Why don't we?
Yeah.
It's his other alter ego. So we're going to take Ronin into consideration. We've only got one scene for Ronin, though.
Yeah, true. As long as he's not below decent.
But people are saying, no, there's a new Hawkeye show coming out with Haley Steinfeld as, oh God, I forget what the character's name. Kate Bishop. That's it. Haley Steinfeld is Kate Bishop, and apparently we're going to get more Ronin in that.
Yeah.
We're going to have some more Ronin flashbacks. So I think we'll see more Ronin in that. But as for Hawkeye, oh right, okay. You've got me on a good day. I'd say he makes sizzling.
Oh, okay.
He makes bottom sizzling.
I'm putting him in there before you can change your mind.
Right, okay, good. Bottom sizzling. Now, the Hulk.
Hulk.
Bruce Banner, without any further ado.
And then of the joined Hulk.
Yeah, I noticed you with the picture. You've got sort of the Grey Hulk type character.
Yeah, he's given a sandwich to Ant-Man.
He's given a taco, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's the internet joke. That's the May. He's giving the taco to Ant-Man. But what do you think of Hulk Bruce Banner?
Okay, right. Let's be honest. Obviously, the Hulk movie that is in the MCU.
Yes, it is. But it's not Mark Ruffalo.
No, it's not. But it's trash.
Oh, right. Okay.
It is the thing. Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner, I think is really good.
Right.
I think he fits Bruce Banner really well.
Right. Okay.
As the Hulk, like Infinity War,
Mm,
I wasn't the biggest fan of
okay.
because he had the whole thing of like Hulk fights Thanos, Thanos beats him, and then he can't turn into Hulk anymore.
Right. You don't
And then
like
that's
that.
it. I don't know because he doesn't strike me as a good Hulk, but he strikes me as a good Bruce Banner, which
Right.
is why,
So,
which is why Smart Hulk I don't mind.
well, let's say, well, Bruce Banner isn't on this list.
Mm,
We're doing a Hulk. So I suppose, eh,
I would say air or bottom decent.
eh. Go on.
Okay,
He's in good company.
I mean yeah,
Top air, though. Top air.
right.
Right.
I mean next one, obvious,
No
obvious,
arguments. No arguments. Real tacular. Robert Downey Jr.
bang.
Iron Man. No, put him in top real tacular.
I thought I wondered if you're gonna
He is the
controversy.
founder of the MCU. For all reason, he's the founder of the MCU. There'd be no MCU without Jean Favreau's Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. The
Yeah,
guy carries every film he's in. Robert Downey Jr.'s back hurts from carrying the MCU. That's why he had to stop. He couldn't carry the MCU anymore. So Iron Man, definitely. Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark himself
yeah.
gets real tacular. Now, Loki.
Mm.
Tom Hiddleston is next. Now, the guy that can never die, the guy that died
Yeah, but
in
it always comes back.
Thor, he died in Thor 2. Uh, he died in Avengers Infinity War, but then
Yep,
came back in Endgame.
yep.
Uh, and now he has his own show. He's gonna have his own show about him sort of time traveling around.
He is indeed.
Where do you think he lands?
He's right. He's definitely top two tiers. He's either real tactile or
Okay.
he's sizzling,
Right, okay.
and I can't tell which one.
He was the first big Avengers villain.
Well, this is the thing. He's good, and especially in like 4, and like when you first see him and stuff,
Yeah,
he's really good. The problem is after that, he kind of becomes the secondary guy who kind of pops up, and he's still really good.
right.
But I feel like
He lost a bit of his magic.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the fact that he always comes back when he dies is, it's like, oh, okay, he dies now. So, oh no, he'll be back. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he lost his sort of mystique after the
Mm,
first couple of times. You know what? I'm thinking top decent.
really?
Yeah. You talked me out of that. You talked me out of putting him in sizzling. Top decent, I'd say. And no
Oh,
better
you know
than.
what? You heard it. You heard it from his mouth. Top
Yeah.
decent he goes.
Come at me, Loki fans. He's decent. I'm just enraging half the MCU population now, aren't I?
You watch. You're gonna put some like random person everyone doesn't like and go, oh yeah, real tackler. Bang.
Yeah, nice. Anyway,
Yep.
Mantis,
It
another
is
Guardian of the
Mantis.
Galaxy, another Guardian of the Galaxy.
For me,
You go
this one's
first.
somewhat obvious. I'm feeling this is either an air or an itchy and lumpy. I am not really a fan of Mantis at all.
You know what? You know what I was about to say?
What?
Itchy and lumpy.
Yeah.
I can't stand her.
No.
No offense to Pom Clementif. She does great.
No, she does.
But just the fact she's willing to wear the prosthetics and the fact
Yeah.
she's willing to go through it all, and the contacts and her hair and everything. More power to you, love. But I just cannot do with the fact she's just so, and her voice is just annoys me.
Mm.
And she just makes these really sort of weird lines. And her and Drax, I feel like, well, no, Drax. I don't see how Drax is in Sizzling as she's in Itchy and Lumpy.
Mm.
What is it about Drax that we can't find with Mantis? Or the fact that, well, no, a representation of Mantis has been fine. She's been in Guardians 2, she was in
Yep.
Avengers Endgame and
Yep.
Avengers Infinity War, and she did fine in all those films. But I think by herself, she couldn't carry a TV show.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I'm looking at here.
Yeah.
You know, Bucky Barnes could carry a TV show. Black Widow could carry a TV show. Falcon could carry a TV show. Would I watch a Mantis show?
No,
No.
probably not.
No, I probably wouldn't. Would I watch a Loki or a Gamora show? Yeah. Now, right. So I'm glad we were very decisive on that.
Yeah.
Next, please.
Well, next is Maria Hill.
All right. Corby Smulders.
Yes.
from Maria Hill from Agents of Shield and Avengers 2. Now, again, this is not her fault.
No.
But I wish we'd seen more of her. I would like to have seen more Maria Hill. Did she even show up in Civil War at all?
If she did, I don't remember.
No. I know she was in Cap 2 for quite a bit. She was in Avengers Infinity War, and she was in, and I think that was the last time we saw her. She was in Spider-Man Far From Home, but that wasn't Maria Hill. Spoilers.
Yeah.
And she may have been in the end of Endgame, but we don't know if that was her or not. Because of the Skrulls. But anyway, I'm just gonna say,
Yeah.
You agree with me on that?
Yeah, I'm gonna whack her.
Who's next?
So, next is Gamora's sister.
Nebula.
I don't know why I said sister, but all right.
Sister, Nebula.
Yeah. Nebula, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I think I might have to pull out my card here.
Okay.
I really like Nebula.
No, that's fine. I'm in total agreement.
I really do. I think Karen Gillan is on absolute fire every time she plays Nebula. Just even the small things. Like, I love that scene where Tony Stark is teaching Nebula how to play like hand football.
Yeah.
And she sort of kind of flicked the things, and she's getting frustrated at it, and she's getting mad, and he's like being really patient with her, and just trying to teach her how to play, and she's sort of not understanding. And I think the sort of even the little things I'm really impressed with by her, and the fact she shaved her head for the first Guardians film is just so much dedication. And you can call me what you like. You can call me a simp for Karen Gillan. Hell yeah, I am. But that's just dated this. But I think she deserves sizzling at least at the most.
I am in agreement.
Right. Put her in sizzling.
I'm gonna whack her.
Whack her, yeah, just behind Black Widow. There she goes.
There we are.
Right. Dare I need to say who
No,
this next
I think this one's also.
Right. You think he's sizzling? You think he has to be sizzling?
He kind of has to be sizzling, doesn't he?
We have Samuel L. Jackson, Sam Jackson, Nick Fury. He's going straight to top sizzling.
He is, if it lets me. There we go.
There you go. He's going straight to top sizzling. No arguments. Nick Fury. I'm here to talk about the Avengers Initiative. He's got the line. He brought up the line himself. He was cast as Nick Fury purely because he looks like Nick Fury.
Yeah, he does.
No, I think that was the intention.
Yeah.
The fact that when Marvel Comics sort of got rebooted in the 2000s, Nick Fury looked like Samuel L. Jackson. And I think it was done that way to the hopes that if they ever did a Marvel film, Nick Fury could be in it with Sam Jackson, and he was.
Yeah.
And he's been in it ever since. Captain America, the first Avenger, Iron Man 2. I don't think he was in Thor.
No, I don't think he was.
No, but then I think Agent Coulson was, but he wasn't. And then he showed up in Avengers 2. He's been in every Avengers film since.
Yeah.
Was he in Civil War? I can't for the life of me remember if he was.
He's in the yeah, no, I think he is. Yeah.
I think he's in Civil War. I know he's in Avengers Age of Ultron. I know pops up in that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, sizzling. He just plays him to a T, and we're both confessed Samuel L. Jackson fans on this show. So
yeah, we are.
He's definitely goes into sizzling. Right. Who do you think is next? Who's coming up next?
Next is I'm going to butcher his name.
Oh, okay. Is
it Okoye?
No, it's Okoye.
That's the one.
Okoye, I can see the picture of her. Okoye, Black Panther's guard, head of the Dora Milaje, the sort of women warrior guards that protect the king of Wakanda. So you know what? I think she was actually for her character, she was one very well acted, and two very well portrayed. If you've seen Black Panther, she did very, very well in that film. I like sort of the comedy where she has to wear a wig to sort of hide her boldness, and then she ends up fighting with it. She's like throwing it in people's faces and like tripping them with her spear and stuff. Very unique fighting style, and I like that.
Yeah.
I think she doesn't quite get to sizzling, but it's not for a lack of trying.
Yeah.
Just the fact that we haven't seen enough of her. And again, the TV show argument. Yeah, put her just behind Captain Marvel, I think.
Yeah.
There she goes.
I'm in agreement.
That is a solid position to be in. She's in good company. Right, who's next?
Peggy
Carter from I think she's in Endgame or Infinity War.
I
and
believe
Captain
so.
America.
Yep.
She has her own show, so that's a point. Again, if we've got to rocket through them, which by no means we don't have to, but I'm going to take a pretty quick decision on her if you are.
Okay. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking decent.
Yeah.
To meh. Decent to meh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking of a bottom decent, top air.
Top meh.
Yeah.
Top meh. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I can't remember your name, but the person that plays Peggy Carter. I wish I could. Oh, is it? Hey. Oh, damn. Her name escapes me, but it'll probably come to me later. But I think if you've watched the show, she's all right. She's all right in the show.
Yeah.
But I think it's whether it sort of needed to be made. I don't think I needed a show about Captain America's girlfriend, but still, I think that Haley Atwell, that's her name. I've just remembered it.
Nice.
Haley Atwell. I'm sorry, Haley Atwell. You deserve better than meh, but you deserve better than eh. But there we go. That's the way the cookie crumbles, I'm afraid. But yeah, she was in Agent Carter, Captain America, and was she in Winter Soldier? She was in Winter Soldier, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was in Endgame.
Yes.
So there we go. She's been with the MCU for a while. She's been with
Yes,
the MCU since she's been with the MCU since the first Avenger. Anyway, who's coming up next?
Pepper Potts.
Pepper Potts. This is Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yep.
Do you think is she worth something really? I mean, she was in what? Iron Man 2.
Yeah,
Iron Man 3 as well.
Yeah, I believe she appears in the later
I know she's in
Avengers
the
film.
first Avengers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say bottom air.
Really?
No, she's minutes away from being itchy and lumpy, but the fact she's in a lot, maybe air middle, maybe middle air.
You see, the thing with me is, right, because again, we're going back to like, obviously, like, there's a whole thing of like Iron Man and Captain America and the whole Civil War. I think as a partner, or as like a companion to the other two characters, I prefer Pepper Potts. And I think the connection she has with Iron Man is better than the one that Peggy has.
One that Peggy has with Cap, right?
Yeah. Especially in which one is it? Is it Infinity War or is it Endgame where Iron Man's like sending a message through the helmet?
Oh, it's Endgame. It's Endgame.
Yeah.
Where they're trapped on the ship together, and also we get that final battle that Peggy actually participates in. She gets a Hope or Savior suit or whatever it's called, and she gets to fight in that. Actually, she gets to fight in an Iron Man suit for herself.
Yeah.
Where will she go then in your mind? I'm willing to refer to you. I'm willing to give this one to you. Actually,
I would say I would go top air.
Top air. Well, that's better than my middle air. So
yeah.
There you go then. Top air it is.
Top air.
Top air it is. Right.
Right.
Next we have Pietro Maximoff,
yes.
Quicksilver, by Aaron Taylor Johnson only from one film.
Yeah. See, I don't know how to feel about this one.
Itchy and lumpy.
Yeah, because this is the thing. I think she's a really good Quicksilver.
Yeah,
but didn't do much.
He's got one film, didn't do much. We only saw him in the end credits of Civil War, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, no. I think it was end credits of. I can't remember. I think it was end credits of Civil War, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or was it after Avengers 2? No, it was after Avengers 2. It was after Captain America 2. Sorry. Oh god, I went through every single Marvel film ever.
Yeah.
But it was after Captain America: The Winter Soldier. We had the credits for that, and it was like Baron von Strucker had like Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
Mm.
So yeah, and then we saw him in Avengers 2, and then he died. So
yeah.
He died saving Hawkeye. So itchy and lumpy. Sorry, Quicksilver.
Above Mantis, though.
Above Mantis, yeah. Next, we have Bradley Cooper with Rocket Raccoon. Now, I have some problems with Rocket Raccoon.
Okay.
the fact that he's not an alien annoys me.
Okay.
In the comics, he's just an alien that happens to look like a raccoon, and it's funny because everyone thinks he's a raccoon, and everyone goes, "Oh, look at you, you're a raccoon." He goes, "What's a raccoon?"
Yeah.
I think that's really, really funny. Like, he's just an alien that looks like a raccoon, and everyone goes, "Are you a raccoon?" He goes, "No, of course I'm not." You know, he sort of hates raccoons now because he gets a reputation for just being a raccoon. But in the MCU, he is a raccoon.
Yeah.
He's a genetically modified raccoon by alien scientists, I suppose. And it's just weird the fact there's not like an alien race of other raccoons. The fact that he is one of them, that like frustrates me a lot, to be honest.
Okay.
And that is a reason why I'd like to not put him in either Sizzling, Real-tacular, or even the first three of Decent.
Okay.
He's not as right. Let's think who he's not as good as.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This makes sense.
Let's try and work backwards. He's not as good as Loki.
No.
Is he as good as Gamora?
You see, I prefer him to Gamora.
Yeah, I'd prefer him to Gamora as well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say if he goes anywhere, he goes in Decent.
Okay. I'll whack him.
Whack him behind Loki. Yeah, he goes behind Loki. Right, who is next?
It's another one that I don't really know what to think. Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch, Elizabeth Olsen from WandaVision on January 15th. Near to when this show's coming out.
It is.
It's a week and a day, and then WandaVision will be out. Maybe we should have done this episode next week. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we could do another Marvel tier list.
Maybe, yeah, we could.
Maybe we could actually. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying this actually. This is quite fun for me. Anyway, Scarlet Witch, WandaVision. Yep. Also, we've not mentioned this before, and we probably should do, but her power set is really awesome.
Yeah, it is.
She's got like telekinesis. She's got the energy blast. She can fly. She can like move through stuff. She can like slow down time and all that sort of stuff. She can create like different worlds. She's got like reality sort of altering powers, and I think anything like that is really cool. Anything that can sort of bend reality or bend time and stuff like that, I think is really impressive. So I think, right, where would you want to put her?
I would say either bottom Sizzling or
top. Is she as good as Loki?
That's what I was
think she is as good as Loki. She is as good as Loki. Her character arc from Avengers 2 to Endgame is fantastic.
Yeah.
The fact she goes through Civil War, she goes through so much, and she has this affection, this affinity with Vision, and then she has to like sort of let it go and take the other side of the team because she knows that she caused the big explosion in Civil War, which led to the Sokovia Accords, which led to her sort of taking sides with Cap and trying to defend, the honor of heroes. So I think that her character arc really speaks for us. Like, she lost Vision in Infinity War, she got dusted, and then she came back and like fought for him against Thanos.
Yeah.
So I think that's a definite point for her, and I think she is sizzling. She is deserving of being in sizzling. There you go, bottom sizzling.
Bottom sizzling.
Bottom sizzling. I'm still giving you Hawkeye. Now, next we've got Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can, I see. Swings a web, or whatever the song goes. Now,
something like
a late addition to the MCU, I'm sure you can say.
Yeah.
A rather late addition. He came in Civil War and arrived in Civil War and showed up again in his own film, of which there is 2, and it's soon to be 3. And then he appeared in Endgame and in Infinity War, played by Tom Holland. So, what do you think to Spider-Man?
I think he's definitely top 2.
Definitely top 2. Real-tacular or sizzling?
Yeah.
I think he might be a shoe-in for mid-sizzling.
Yeah.
Mid-sizzling, what do you say?
I think that's fair.
Okay. Is there anything against Spider-Man, would you say? I think we've seen enough of him. We've seen enough of him.
Yeah.
We've seen enough of him. He's had, like, 3 films. He's going to have 3 films.
Yeah, he's going to, yeah.
And effectively, Civil War was partly his films.
Yeah.
we got a Spider-Man Origins. Well, no, we didn't get Spider-Man Origins. He already had his origin story, which is one of the best things I love about this version of Spider-Man. We don't have to see Paul Uncle Ben get shot for the third time.
Yeah.
So, even though people are saying we might see that in the third one, but anyway, I think first off, Spider-Man: Homecoming, solid Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best. Far From Home, not too bad. His introduction to Civil War is pretty good to say. It wasn't his film; it's supposed to be Cap and Iron Man's film. Then in Infinity War, he has the very sort of a very saddening sort of dusting scene where he's in Iron Man's arms and he sort of fades away, you know.
Yeah.
And then he returns again. He returns again in Endgame with all the other heroes and has pretty good help in the battle. Help swing to the Infinity Gauntlet to get it over to Iron Man. So I'd say he deserves a spot mid-sizzling.
Yeah.
Now, is this a favourite of yours coming up next?
He's up there.
Are you a fan of Star-Lord?
I quite enjoy Star-Lord.
Mr. Peter Quill, Chris Pratt.
Correct.
Would he be a shoo-in for possibly sizzling or decent?
I think I would say sizzling.
You'd say sizzling, right?
Yeah.
I don't think, to be honest, I don't know, for some reason just doesn't gel with me.
Yeah.
For some reason, he's by no means air. He's by no means air, and he's by no means itchy and lumpy.
Yeah.
He's definitely sort of bottom sizzling or mid sizzling.
Yeah.
What would you say?
You know what? I'll go bottom.
Bottom sizzling. Yeah, see if you can get him in bottom sizzling there.
There we go.
There you go. Now sizzling is stacking up.
It is.
A lot of people have got the sizzle. Will this guy next have the sizzle?
I think this guy's got more than a sizzle. To be honest,
definitely has. He's definitely got more than the sizzle. We're talking about the Mad Titan himself, the purple beast, from Titan, Thanos, Josh Brolin himself, with the Infinity Gauntlet. He's got the snap. He's got the. I use the stones to destroy the stones. He's got everything. I think he is the MCU's biggest villain ever since the end of Avengers. We've seen Thanos. We've seen him teased. You know, he puts on the Infinity Gauntlet. He like stands menacingly in the background. We had him in Guardians of the Galaxy where he threatens Ronan. He's like the real boss of everyone. He's got this big cosmic plan to take the Infinity Stones and destroy Xandar and destroy, wipe out all the. He wins Infinity War. Thanos wins. Thanos wins. He causes the snap, and it happens. So, I'd say a villain that actually wins for a decent part of the. Like we were between Endgame, everyone thought that the whole MCU had changed, and we'd only get films from heroes that had gone. Disney had done the bravest move ever and killed half their roster off.
Yeah,
or a decent portion of the roster. So I think any villain who does that, any villain who actually wins in a superhero film, no less, gets real tacular.
I totally agree.
There you go. After Black Panther, I'd say he gets mid-real tacular.
Now,
Thanos is in Thanos is in mid-real tacular, right?
Yeah.
This guy, I don't even recognize him.
He's going straight to the bottom.
Yeah, he's going straight to Itchy and Lumpy. I think his name is like the Other or the Unknown or something like that.
It's the Other, I believe.
Right, it's the Other. He is like the leader of the Chitauri in the Avengers. Doesn't he die in like Guardians of the Galaxy or something?
I think so.
Ronan like smashes him, doesn't he, or something like that?
Something like that.
Ronan like breaks his neck with his hammer or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Itchy and Lumpy, he's just a sort of a side villain that nobody he was like Thanos' like hype man.
Yeah.
But he's even worse than Ebony Maw. Those guys, they're like Thanos' children from Infinity War, who aren't even on this list.
No.
So, right, next up, the God of Thunder, Thor. Where does Thor stack up, do you think?
I would quite easily probably put him in real tacular.
Really? Real tacular?
I think so.
Right, he's had enough evidence to support it. Now, I'd say the characters that get past sizzling are the ones that I could watch films of. The characters sizzling are the ones I could watch TV shows of.
Yep.
Now, Thor definitely deserves his films. He's got
Yep.
Thor 1, Thor 2, The Dark World, Thor 3, Ragnarok. He's going to have Thor Love and Thunder with Taika
Yep.
Waititi again. He doesn't show up in Civil War, but he's in all the Avengers films.
Yep.
His character really sort of grows. He grows from this sort of very bodacious, flamboyant warrior king to this sort of more humble, but still sort of out of his depth character in Thor 3. And he's developed even more in Infinity War and Endgame, where he didn't go for the head. He didn't kill Thanos.
Yep.
And he is haunted by that. And he is his character grows to the fact that he wants to put the Infinity Gauntlet on again to make everything right, but he just can't do it. He hasn't got the strength, the mental power to do it. So I think that's a really cool journey. And I think, if anything, he deserves Real-tacular.
I think he does. I think he does as well.
Bottom Real-tacular, though, he's not quite as he can't quite reach to Iron Man's level.
How far bottom we're putting him?
No, just straight bottom. Straight bottom.
Straight bottom.
I don't think he's as good as Doctor. Well, no, Doctor Strange has, like, in terms of powers, I love the magic element of Doctor Strange. I love the magic element. I love the multiverse element of Doctor Strange. In fact, he can see all these futures. That is what keeps him sort of. We've got to discuss powers. We've got to. That's what keeps him above Thor in my eyes.
Yeah.
Now, these last two, both from Avengers: Age of Ultron, we have Ultron himself and we have Vision. Let's sort of see if we can rank these off in sort of the same stroke. Let's do with the same stroke. Now, Ultron, only in one film.
Yeah.
A great performance by James Spader. I think he plays incredible. The fact that James Spader was committed to being on set, wearing all the ping pong balls, wearing the motion capture suit. The fact that he had, like, big. The fact that he was stood there and he had like 3-foot poles on his back where his eyes are supposed to be because Ultron's so massively tall.
Yeah.
Where do you think Ultron would go? I think, to be honest, as much as I did think that Age of Ultron was a pretty fun film, Ultron himself,
nah, yeah.
I say
I say
Not even top middle
Yeah, middle
Actually, no. Yeah, I'm thinking bottom
I would say he's better than.
He's better than the Ancient One, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's better than Maria Hill, and he's better than the Ancient One. Yeah, middle air.
Yeah.
Now, this final character. I know I've exercised my card. I've played my cards, my Doctor Strange card of I want this character to go high.
Yeah.
But Vision has got to go high.
What are you thinking?
Paul Bettany has done so much for Vision in terms of character from the comics. He's really improved him. Brought him out from Age of Ultron and in Civil War and Avengers: Infinity War. He has a soul stone. He has not soul stone. Sorry, he has the Mind Stone.
Yep.
He has the Mind Stone in him. So he is a key part of Infinity War. He's in hiding in Infinity War because he knows that Thanos and his gang are gonna come after him, try and take the stone and kill him.
Yeah.
And he does that. Thanos does achieve his goal. Thanos, rips his head open and takes the thing out. But then he's now back in WandaVision because of obviously the events of Endgame. So where do you think that puts him? I think he's had a great character arc and he's really grown. I've loved to see him.
With him being in either sizzling or decent.
I think he's in sizzling. He's got to be in sizzling.
Okay.
Wait, no. Oh, maybe. But is he? Well, if Wanda Maximoff, if Scarlet Witch can get in sizzling, then so can Vision.
Yeah.
They've got a show together. Come on, they're gonna have a show together. This is what we're doing this for.
Above Scarlet Witch?
No, just below.
Okay.
Just below Scarlet Witch, but ahead of Star-Lord. There we go. So I think that is our final ranking, I believe. That is our final ranking. So, should we just give the listener a rundown?
Go for it.
Right. I'll read one, then you can read the next one. So, making Real-tacular the best of the best. Real-tacular are Iron Man, Thanos, Black Panther, Captain America, I almost said Captain Strange there. Doctor Strange, and Thor.
And then we have Sizzling, which is fronted by the man himself, Samuel Jackson.
Nick Fury.
As a Nick Fury. We've got Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, Black Widow, Nebula, Spider-Man, Drax, Falcon, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, Vision, and Star-Lord.
In decent, middle of the road. At decent, we have top decent is Loki, followed by Rocket Raccoon, Gamora, Captain Marvel, Okoye, Agent Coulson, and Ant-Man.
And then in air, we have Pepper Potts, Peggy, Hulk, Groot, Ultron, the Ancient One, and Maria Hill.
And finally, last and least, we have Itchy and Lumpy, which is comprised of 3 Quicksilver, Mantis, and the other.
Yes,
And there are
the other.
Yeah. And there are our rankings for the MCU Avengers characters. We may have missed a couple off. We probably have.
We have.
But they probably weren't of any note anyway. So there we are. That's our rankings. You know what? I thought that was I enjoyed that. That was very fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Do it again sometime. But as for the real show on Siren Radio, we like to end out every episode with a weekly rec, a recommendation of a film, a song from a film, or even a show. So what has Corey brought us for his weekly rec today?
I am recommending a guy who was in Real Tacular, and I am recommending the first Doctor Strange film.
You are? Okay. You're recommending the first Doctor Strange film, right?
For the sole reason of, well, one, because there's a new one coming out.
Yeah.
So obviously, watch the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I do think he is a character that people don't talk about, and I really enjoyed his film.
Yeah. Obviously, Better Time Plunger Scratch does do a very good job, and I think that again he sort of carries the film on his energy and on his sort of wit and on his understanding of the film and of the events. So I think also he's one of those actors that can really just sort of stick to anything, don't you think?
Yeah, exactly. And it's just a really good, really fun, really solid Marvel film that I think I don't hear people talk about enough when it comes to Marvel.
Yeah, okay. But what thinking of Bernadette Cucumber and all, what would you give Doctor Strange in a real rating?
So for the film and for the amazing acting of Bedbug Cocoa Pops, I want to give it a 7.5.
7.5, that's pretty strong. What would you give it 7.5 for? Now, also, let me just mention that in Doctor Strange, we have a guy that I'm a big fan of, the Mads Mikkelsen.
Yep.
Plays the villain Caecilius. And I think, as much as I'd want Mads to have a bigger role, I think he does very well in Doctor Strange, playing that character. And he's one of those actors who we've been waiting to see in an MCU film for the longest time. So I'm glad that the Mads Mikkelsen himself shows up in Doctor Strange, and we get the Ancient One.
Yeah,
the Ancient One. We get and Wong as well, who's sort of become a famous character in the MCU.
I love him; he's great.
Yeah, we love a bit of Wong and Dormammu as well, who I think is also played by Booper Snoot Crumplestache. So I think he sort of dual roles there. He does the same in The Hobbit, where he plays Smaug and the I forget what Sauron's alias is, but Sauron is in the Hobbit films, and he has a necromancer. Sorry, he plays the necromancer, which is Sauron's alias. So yeah, I think he's good at playing sort of a big sort of CGI villain and also sort of a character as well. So
yeah, exactly.
Again, he sort of sticks to anything, that man. So still, a great ranking for today and a very solid weekly rec. What do you think?
Exactly.
So we are going to end this particular episode of The Real Show with Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Marvin Gaye from 1971. This was featured in the second Guardians of the Galaxy film.
It's the second or the first one. I think it might be the first one.
It might be the first one. It might be the first one or the second one. Who knows? Who knows at this point, to be honest? But there's been so many of them. 3. So we're going to end this episode out with Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Marvin Gaye in 1971. Enjoy, folks. Goodbye.
Bye.